Today I fucked up by misjudging the display size of my camera during an MS Teams meeting, Semi-NSFW. First, a bit of context: I have an 18+ calendar, one of those you find in a car repair shop, hanging on my closet, and since the lockdown started I have been sitting in my bedroom, where my closet is, doing my school work. Most of the time I have my camera on, and that is where this fuck up starts. I am fully aware that I have this calendar in my room, but before I joined any meeting I checked whether the calendar was visible. If it was visible I would turn my laptop so it would just be out of view. So I was doing as I described for a couple of weeks until a friend from my class messaged me with a picture. As you would expect, I get a picture of my camera with the 18+ calendar 100% clear in view. I immediately turned my camera off and thought to myself how that was even possible. Well, apparently MS Teams preview doesn't show the whole camera, which I thought it did. I also interacted/spoke up a decent amount, so my bedroom was seen pretty often, I imagine. I guess you could say I found out about the camera background setting the hard way, pun intended. TL, doctor, I have an 18+ poster in my bedroom and didn't realize it showed during my MS Teams meetings, most likely have shown my whole class and teachers' titties a bunch of times. Yeah, Zoom has a similar issue. There was a kid a few months back that got suspended from school and had the cops called on him because a BB gun was in frame on his Zoom call, and the teacher called the cops. That 100% would have been me. And my friend would have had his real competition rifle in a glass cabinet on the wall. Bruh, friend of mine used a custom background of a woman spreading her legs. Our teacher for some reason found this funny and my friend didn't get in trouble. Post the calendar. Thanks for sharing. I had no idea the angle of view was larger than shown in the preview. When one person fucks up and shares, another fuck up is prevented. Always assume that everything the cam is pointed at you can see it. General direction spoken. Well, as long as you are a student and not a teacher. Well, next time I would show the whole calendar. Smiley face. Did show my friend later in a project call. We found the whole thing hilarious. Had some good laughs about it. Today I fucked up by deleting 11 years of weather data at work. Obligatory happened a couple hours ago. I work at a regional Mesonet, weather station network, and today I was doing quality control by moving obviously bad data. These are mainly things like temperatures around -100 degrees Celsius, daily rainfall values exceeding 2000 millimeters, and other observations that definitely aren't going to happen within our network. For one station, I was trying to remove data for July 29, 2009 from 1715 to 2000 hours, but accidentally put the end date/time as July 29, 2020 at 2000 hours instead. This deleted 11 years worth of temperature and dew point data for that site. I was very happy when our ITE guy told me that not only was the data backed up, which I expected and was hoping to be the case, but it was actually a pretty straightforward process in the same page I used to remove it. Unfortunately, now I get to go through and do quality control on that 11 years of data, because replacing it with the raw data also included data points that were previously removed when someone went there to do maintenance, including cleaning or replacing the thermometer. I'm hoping this doesn't take too long, but it's possible that it'll take a few days to go through. Too long didn't read, accidentally typed 2020 instead of 2009, so instead of removing 4 hours of bad data I removed 11 years of mostly good data. Now I get to do quality control on the entire batch because of how I had to restore it. Now they will have to add a quality control position to monitor quality control. Long live the bureaucracy. Captain Hindsight says, always wrap your queries in a transaction. If the number of records affected doesn't look right, you can roll back instead of commit. It happens, at least you caught the issue and were able to revert the changes. We had someone delete 90k invoices from our database, lol. I like your quality plan. The data can't have quality issues if there is no data. That's big brain thinking. Most of us are writing 2020 instead of 2021, you're writing 2020 instead of 2009! Exclamation mark. Today I fucked up by wearing a pad while on my period. I am on my period, TMI, but you need to know that for this story. Also, for anyone who doesn't know, a sanitary pad is sticky on the underside so it stays in place in your undergarments. It also has a small piece of wax paper-like packaging on the inside that you have to remove so you can fold down these sticky little wings and stick them to the underside of your underpants. Now to today's FU. I am a proud mama to 2 toddlers who enjoy waking up way too early in the morning. I woke up and realized I needed a pad before starting my day. I just bought a new brand to try out, so I opened a new pack and put the pad in place so it could do its job while I do mine. This new brand of pads was so uncomfortable. I was having a hard enough time adjusting to these itchy new pads when I sprung a leak and needed a wardrobe change. I marched into the bathroom to rip this thing out and swear them off forever, when I discovered that I had placed the pad correctly, but then failed to remove the inside wax paper liner thingy. Hence the discomfort and leakage. Too long didn't read, put in a pad this morning, forgot to take off the inside liner so it was uncomfortable and leaky all morning. Learned the dangers of being on my period while tired. I recall using one upside down once, tired, drunk, who knows. Removal of the sticky side from pubes was not the most enjoyable experience. Smiley face. I have a tilted pelvis so the cups and the other rings don't work for me. I can always get them in but they don't stay in place because of how my pelvis tilts forward. I've always hated pads, crazy heavy flow so I leak no matter how maxi I get. I'm basically forced using the super ultra tampons until like day 4 and then can only go to super plus. Some days I literally wish for menopause or a uterine ablation. We'll look into the panties although I'm such a heavy bleeder that I'm sure I won't have luck with those either. Guys really just don't understand the struggle, haha. Talk to a gynecologist, they may be able to help you find something to have lighter periods. I was in a queue at a petrol station and reached into my back pocket to give the cashier a folded £10 note I had. Except it wasn't a £10 note I offered him, it was a folded panty liner. TMI, once I pulled out my tampon and it swung forward leaving cast-off blood. It looked like a hamster was murdered in my bathroom. I know you're not here for advice, but I use a menstrual cup, Diva cup, sold at most drugstores and supermarkets. It's a huge upgrade from pads and tampons. Thinks is also a perfect upgrade from the pad. It's special underwear that absorbs your blood so you don't have it sit in it all day. Smile. It's more similar to what the pad would do, as opposed to the Diva cup. Both are great options for the eco-conscious. Just thought I'd share. Hate period mishaps. Skeptical.